In this module, we will look at averaging 3 test grades, and we'll look at it in a couple different ways. We'll look at the simple average, averaging just the top 2, averaging the weighted average, and averaging the weighted average when the weights are given as percentages. They're all just variations on the same theme. Let's first just calculate the average. We will simply use the average function, and we'll select the range of cells. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to do it a different way, just so you'll see that in some cases, if we're doing a weighted average or something else, we won't have access to those numbers and we won't be able to use the average function. So one could also use the sum function to add those up and then divide the result of that by 3. What if we just wanted to average the top 2? Well, we don't want to just average test 2 and test 3 because we see those are the highest 2 grades. We want the computer to figure out what the 2 highest grades are and calculate that average. So in that case, the way we can do it is we can add up all grades and from summation of all 3, subtract off the minimum grade within that same range of cells. The purpose of that is to come up with the sum of the top 2 exams without us having to pick them out, let the computer pick that out. We have the sum up to, we can divide by 2 and get the average 2. Now let's look at a weighted average. Say test 1 and test 2 are each worth 25% grade, and test 3 worth 50% of the grade. No, let's leave that from it. Let's just say that test 3 is worth twice as much as the other components. Let's do that first. So I might do something like I will add 1 plus test 2 plus 2 times test 3. So test 3 is worth twice the other exams. And what I'll do is I will sum those. Now I have to divide by 4, right? I've included test 1 once, test 2 once, but I've included test 3 once, so it's divided by 4. Those coefficients of the tests must be added up and divided so that we get what one exam is worth. I wanted to show you that first because another way of saying that is you say that test 1 is 25 in your grade, test 2 is worth 25%, and test 3 is worth 50%. That's really a different way of stating the same problem. But look how it shows up a little bit different in the calculation. Equals 0.25 times 70, or B1 plus 0.25 times test 2. And now we'll use 0.5, and you'll see that that makes it worth as much times test 3. What's interesting about this is we have no division need because those coefficients simply, so 0.25 plus 0.25 plus 0.5 equals 1. So we need to divide this whole thing by 1, but of course any number divided by 1 is itself, so you just leave that out of the problem. Hit enter. So the point of that was to look at the point average of the top number, weighted average, and then the weighted average is with percentage, where the problem kind of simplifies itself. Thanks.